So if a white woman say it, y'all ain't gonna like it. If a white woman say it, y'all ain't gonna like it. If any other woman other than a white woman of any other race and ethnicity say it, y'all ain't gonna like it. You ain't gonna like it. If these black men come up here and say it, y'all really ain't gonna like it.
Why do you wear suits everywhere? Every place you wear a suit.
Why do you wear that hair everywhere? It's the same reason that you said earlier. That's why I wear the suit. When you go to the club, or you don't wear that hair.
I can change it up.
When you go to the beach, but you don't change it up.
I do.
You do not change it up.
Different hairstyles.
Yeah, but it's still not your hair. The day you go out and you don't wear someone else's hair is the day I won't wear the suit. Did I say something?
When it comes to my hair, I change it a lot. I have no braids, to be honest. I actually have a shortcut under here, but my hair is down my back. But I've done different type of things with my hair. I am always changing. So how comfortable are you with the consistency of like how your woman changes her hair?
I'm not really big on like weave, and if I can see a braid, and then like I can see the bump in the back.
The braids. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'ma have to be the one that's gonna say it. I'ma have to be the one that holds y'all hand and say it. As a black woman, as a fair-skinned black woman, I'ma have to hold y'all hand and say this. If you are a black woman and you are wearing wigs on your head 365 days out of the year, if you are wearing wigs on your head more than you wear your natural hair,
I feel prettier with wigs or straight hair. I feel prettier. I feel more feminine with hair, wearing hair that mimics another race of people. And I know that's a shame. And I know that's some internalized self-hate. But listen, my eyes aren't fooling me. I don't look, okay? I don't look that good in any style. But definitely when my hair looks what it looks like, natural. I don't want to wear straight. I don't want to wear straight hair. But I don't look good with my natural hair. And the natural wigs, they look like, you know, who done it and why. I'm not trying to go to work looking like myself.
Get on my level. Walk that walk and I talk that talk. Get on my level. Staring this up cause I flaunt what I want. Yeah, I'm a rebel. I'ma do what I do, try to keep up. Ain't no America, so get on my level. Make those moves. I'm feeling it, no stopping it. I can't lose. When I'm dealing it, I'm dropping it. I'm the realest, no doubt in it. I'm about to best count on it. Under the pressure when it.
I already know that y'all don't recognize me because I don't recognize myself. Like, what? And this hairstyle definitely just give like grown women, like grown and sexy, just classy, elevated, elegant, dainty, girly, like, yeah. They ate that. It's giving like handles her business, you can't play with her, and I'm just so here for y'all. Like, do we love it or do we love it?
and you don't have a medical condition, you don't have an underlying medical condition, so it's no need for you to do that. You are insecure and you don't like yourself.
How long did you say that you haven't had a trim or a hair?
So I haven't had a trim in probably like 6 months because I wear like sew-ins and wigs a lot.
Okay.
So this is just from me taking down my sew-in braids.
Gotcha.
So my hair is like dry. It's kind of brittle. Like I just want to bring life back into it.
You shouldn't go 6 months
Okay.
without a trim or a haircut. You're always wearing your hair and sew-ins and
wigs all the time.
Braids too.
Yes.
Right. So you're not really taking care of your hair. How much do you wear your hair out?
I probably wear it
out of the year. If you had to, like, out of the 12 months, how many months do you wear your hair out?
Probably like 3.
3
at most.
Yeah.
And I
like
just
3 total, like 90 days total, or
because like if I do wear it out, it'll be like one day, and then the next day I'm going to get my hair done.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like I put it away because I don't want to manage it. Like I'm just like, do something with it. Like,
yeah, you don't like yourself. A white woman came up here. I don't know if her intentions was pure. I don't really care about that. But you gotta call a spade a spade.
I'm talking about people who have full B, full C, or even full A, dark brown hair, who are wearing bright blonde ginger wigs. Are you telling me there's no issue? And they're wearing these wigs every single fucking day. Every single day they're wearing this. Is this not an issue?
Y'all know when I say black women struggle to love themselves? This be y'all. No tea. I love the girls. But this BS. Lord knows it gotta stop. The problem is not that we wear wigs and weaves and we like to get our hair done in different styles, different braid styles with the woo. The problem is that y'all would rather have a terrible wig on than just wear your natural hair. And it's like the fact that y'all don't see the problem with that and like see like how traumatized you actually are is sad. Like y'all would die on the hill. Like y'all will wear a bad wig. I'm gonna say some bad wigs because you are so terrified to wear your natural hair. I would be terrified to walk out with that wig. You should feel terrified. But you are more scared of the follicles coming out your scalp.
There's a lot of black women here that are trying to intimidate me. I don't know who you think you are. I'm actually speaking up for your community and you should be agreeing. And if not, you need help. Because what I'm saying is factual. Anyone can agree that if you change your look every single day and you look in the mirror, you will now adapt and you'll think that this is your image. This is your true form. So now, when you remove all of that, you're going to be insecure. Simple. A simple Google search will show you this.
But you gotta call a spade a spade. What she said was, what you are doing this subconsciously, and I actually said this a long time ago on my other page. You are tricking your mind into thinking that this person with that unit on your head is who you are. When you look in the mirror and you constantly are putting these units on your head, you are tricking your mind psychologically into thinking that this is what you look like. Black women, I am going to hold your hand when I say this. That is a form of mental illness. Okay?
I stopped wearing wigs completely. I can honestly and confidently say I was struggling from hair dysmorphia, where I would look at myself like this and find this to be repulsive, repugnant, and ugly. Like literally, I did not want to leave my house often looking like this. I didn't think I'd be beautiful, which now is so girl, what? Like that was so wild. I stopped wearing wigs completely. So that means textured wigs, non-textured wigs, synthetic wigs, all of the above. I don't wear Afro wigs. I throw those out. I don't wear clip-ins, threw those out. And the reason why is because there is a verse in the Bible that is in the book of Psalms 139, I think it's verses 13 to 14, that talk about being knit in my mother's womb by God. Like he knit me in her womb. I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and all of God's works are good. I started realizing that if I'm hiding, if my heart, because God looks at the heart posture, right? Some of y'all be under my comments talking about, well, I don't wear wigs because I hate my hair. Good for you. I wore my wigs at the time, and I don't want to claim them as mine. I wore those wigs at the time because I was hiding from how I actually looked. And I really thought at that time that wearing a wig that did not match my hair texture, wearing somebody else's hair on my head made me prettier. And now when I look at my old pictures, I wish I could redo all of my pictures. They are literally a stranger to me. That person is a stranger to me. Still love her, but me with a bust down was not the business. Like, this is what's giving. Like, this is giving. I was so obsessed with trying to be a baddie, wearing wigs, the most laid wig, a wavy wig. But I would wear wigs and literally pretend as though the hair was mine. Like, I was hoping that the hair would one day just melt and glue itself to my scalp forever, permanently stuck to my head as my hair. Like, I really wanted like a nice little wavy 3A situation. Never again. I don't even look at anyone's hair and covet it. I don't want to covet my neighbor's anything. I am so blessed
to not only be alive and breathing, but to have a head full of hair. I'm finally waking up to the fact that I'm a baddie with a fro. Like, I'm gorgeous. Nobody looks like me. Nobody has my hair texture. Everybody has a wavy bust down wig. Everybody has a Brazilian wavy. So boring. I'm bored.
And I'm gonna tell you why it was very interesting when she said it, because she said, you know, the bare minimum, you're not even wearing units that resemble who you are. You're not even wearing 4C units. You're not even wearing the texture of your hair. You're wearing a texture that looks nothing like you. And what you're doing over time is you are affecting your thought process when it comes to who you are. That's what you're doing. And what's worse, a lot of y'all women that won't take those units off y'all head with no underlying medical condition, y'all are doing this in front of y'all little black girls. Y'all are doing this in front of your children. What does that tell your children? What example are you setting for these little black girls? What example are y'all setting for these little black girls? How are you going to tell your little black daughter that she should love herself and she should love her skin tone and she should love the texture of her hair if she does not see her mother practice what she preach? Make this make sense.
I have an answer for her. I literally lifted up my wig and I said, this is mommy's costume. I'm in hair and nails and lashes because that's what I need to do to work. I'm not in that because that's who I am. And I literally lifted up the back of my wig and let her touch my braids up underneath it, because as a mom, I felt helpless and all I could do was show her that the beauty she has in herself, mommy also has. And I just think that as parents, we try the best we can, but no one is perfect. So for all the little beautiful brown babies out there that look like my camera, please know I see you, I love you, and your hair is beautiful, no matter what texture it is.
So this is my unpopular opinion, especially coming from a girl who's sitting here with her hair not combed for about 2-3 weeks right now. So these lace wigs, we gonna continue to do that. And I know, you're gonna come for me. The girl is about to come to me. But the same way y'all finna try to snatch me up is the same way I feel like y'all should be snatching these wigs off your head in 2024. Like, how is your head breathing? Like, you walk around with this lace glued to your forehead every single day. Every single day. Like, you're saying it's giving scalp, and it definitely is not giving scalp. I can still see those little dots up there. I can still see that line. I can still see that lace. Like, can we bring back the natural sew-ins, the tracks, if you want to glue some tracks in, or maybe ponytails or braids, like everyday wigs. Like, you have so many wigs like it's a wardrobe, and on top of that, they're $800-900 for a wig. I just will never understand that, and I just feel like it's giving costume. It really is. Every day I have to glue this thing on my head, and then when it gets dusty and crusty, the next day I have to walk around with a headband or a wig band on, and that's not natural. And then you want to pop the bonnet on and have your baby edges. Y'all, I just feel like we could y'all gonna do it anyway, but that's my little rant. I don't understand it, and it may be just the millennial in me. That's what it is. That's what it is. All right, bye.
5, 4, 3, 2. We'll go outnumbered overtime now. I'm Harris Faulkner. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo.
Harris Faulkner is the host of Outnumbered Overtime on Fox News Channel.
Great to see you, Congressman. You know, the big question today...
The show airs Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Faulkner is the only African-American woman that hosts a daily show for one of the 3 major cable news networks. On MSNBC and CNN, there are daily shows hosted by African-American men, with Craig Melvin and Don Lemon, respectively. But on those networks, African-American women only host broadcasts that air on the weekends.
When Fox committed to giving me an hour of television, I said, oh my gosh, I'm going to be like... And I looked for those faces. I'm curious when I look across the dial Monday through Friday, where are the other female black anchors. It's a tremendous amount of responsibility. Of course, they're going to cover the story moment by moment.
Iris does breaking news better than just about anybody in the business. She understands the stories. She knows how to help the audience understand what's really important and what we need to learn and where we need to go with the story.
How's it going? My day starts with the rose gold folder. We start out pretty early on an editorial call in the morning, and then we build this blueprint of the show. And now I'm ready to rock and roll. Because I have 2 elementary school daughters, so I just work it all out on them. And the number one thing I tell them is never, ever, ever hide your confidence. People will call you egotistical, they'll call you all sorts of names, because as women, we're supposed to kind of maybe second guess ourselves a little bit, so society thinks. But I tell my girls, go big, go bold, don't hide it.
So Wendy, while you're lying to Cameron and potentially causing her severe harm by lying to her and deceiving her into believing that she will be required to wear wigs when she gets older in order to be deemed beautiful and to be able to have a job. Here's Harris Faulkner, who has a major news spot on Fox News, and for as long as she's been in the media, she's always worn her natural hair. And unlike you, who's telling your daughters to wear weaves and extensions to be beautiful, she's telling her daughters to be confident, to go big, and to go bold. And when you go on her Instagram, she's always wearing her natural hair. Yes, you can be a black woman, you can be a news anchor, you can have your own TV show and wear your natural hair.
It's a damn shame that y'all feel like y'all don't have any room for correction. Okay? That's a damn shame. That's why I say, I understand it coming from her. I understand it coming from black men. But it's coming from another sister that look like y'all. I'm here to tell you guys right now that you got to love yourself. I don't give a damn what society showed y'all. I don't give a damn about none of that.
Strawberry straightened hair for girls who really need it.
Growing up, you couldn't see people caring for their natural hair. And like with anything, you can't be what you can't see.
Black is nothing. White is beautiful. For this reason, a lot of black people have spent their lives trying to be white.
Now for an eye-opener on women's top question, hair. Most hairdressers spend their time and skill in trying to put curls into women's hair and keep them there long enough to justify all the talk about permanent waves. Here, at the British Colonies Club, we met our hair expert who does permanent waving in reverse. Her clients are all Africans. They're born with a permanent wave. But do they like it? They're women, aren't they? Round they come to Carmen, England, to be unperked. Idea is to take out all the kinks in the hair and give it a permanent straightener. First move after washing is to soak the hair with a number of secret oils and then divide it into sections, each one to be treated separately. The whole process, by the way, takes at least 2 hours. Everything is now well on the way to a complete straight hairdo. Final stage starts when combs come into play. Kept constantly heated, they'll pass through each section of the hair until all trace of kinkiness disappears. It's not all plain sailing, naturally, and it's not quite a permanent, if you follow. If the hair gets really wet or steamed up, it unstraightens itself and back come the kinks. So it seems that curly or straight, nature eventually comes out on top.
We are past that. This is 2024. Okay? We are past the self-hate. This has got to stop. And then I seen another sister up here say, oh, well, why y'all so busy worried about our hair?
Y'all ever notice the mean natural girls is always a girl with a strong type 3 hair pattern? I have never seen a type 4, especially a type 4C girl, be a mean girl about, oh, love your natural hair, this, that, and the third, because they know. It's always a girl with a loose curl pattern who hair takes well to moisture, heat, ain't never had to deal with extreme shrinkage, who be like, love your natural hair. That's easy for you to say. Try being bob texture, Amy, for real. One thing I always say is hair off limit for us, because it is a real struggle to love your natural hair, to get a hair appointment, to figure out what looks best on you. I don't never kiki about no hair, except, you know, we all kiki about bad wigs. I only kiki about bad wigs on women who know better. You know what I'm talking about. I don't care. You know what I'm talking about. And then edges, like, but other than that, what is you talking about somebody hair for? Go worry about your own head. What your head look like?
Don't say nothing about lip fillers. And matter of fact, white women wear extensions too. Now y'all know goddamn well I ain't gonna come up here and take up for no white woman, but I will tell you this. that when white women wear extensions, it's always extensions that look like their hair. It looks believable, right? When some black women wear black hair, it doesn't look believable. We know that's not your hair. We know that blonde hair don't grow out y'all scalp. We know that. We know that blonde hair don't grow out y'all scalp. So why is we playing these games? Better yet, why do you want to look like another woman of another race and ethnicity? Why? Why do y'all want to look like other women of other races and ethnicities? You hate yourself that much.
So I saw a comment underneath a young girl's post who happened to be dark-skinned and was wearing a blonde wig. The comment, which was left by an older woman, said, "I hate when dark-skinned girls wear blonde wigs. It looks so ghetto." I had to reply to that comment, and we ended up going back and forth, and she ended up deleting her comment. With that being said, get ready with me, a beautiful dark-skinned black queen, as I wear my blonde wig from my first wig. See, I grew up in a household where skin tone was just not a thing. My mom always told my sisters and I that we were beautiful. Never, "You're beautiful for a dark-skinned girl." Just, "You are a beautiful girl." To all my beautiful girls with the rich skin tones, wear whatever hair color makes you happy. Be confident, be bold.
To where you won't even wear your hair for 30 days straight out of a year. That's insane.
I don't like wearing my natural hair. Usually when I wear my hair out, people say it's nappy. Say when I'm gonna get my hair done that I look like a clown. I got ninja hair. People that try to stick stuff in my hair, love touching my hair, or they just say I look crazy wearing it. Wearing my natural hair is exhausting. Everybody always has something to say. Palm people, they're always staring. They're always like, "Oh my gosh, look at your hair. Is that your natural hair? That weave?" Yo, like, get treated a lot better by black men when I wear weave. If I wear loose curly wigs, black men say, "Oh my gosh, is that your real hair? Oh, you got that good hair." And when I say it's weave, they get so disappointed. But I've noticed loose curly hair is a standard and accepted because you have that good hair and not that nappy hair. I feel like people treat me like a normal person when I wear weave. My hair isn't always the topic of discussion. People aren't pointing and staring like I'm some kind of freak show. I just be willing to exist and be me. But I'm black, so it's not that I don't like my natural hair. I just don't like how I'm treated when I wear it. It's usually always a black man or a black woman having a slick comment. I cannot stand being called Shaka Khan. I don't know who that is, and I don't want to know who she is. People always assume I'm struggling if I wear my natural hair. I get a lot of less compliments when I look like this, but I'm not saying I'll never wear it and that I always care what people think. I just don't like being constantly treated that way. It's much harder to love your natural hair when you are surrounded by people that view it so negatively. But that is toxic Kayla. Remember to be kind to everybody and that your feelings are always valid.
And y'all don't think that's a problem? Y'all don't think that's a mental illness? We gotta do better, y'all.
We are always This is why I had to stop wearing wigs, because wigs tore up my nape and edges, child. Look at how my nape area looked last year. My nape was gone, nowhere to be found, and my nape looked like this for years. And when I say years, I mean like 5 years. I had no hair on the back of my head. Hair just broken off and short. I wore wigs for 7 to 8 years, off and on, because wigs were my go-to protective maintenance hairstyle. Quick and easy, especially the type of wigs I would wear. I would wear full closure wigs or the 4x4 closure wigs. So you know those type of wigs, you just put on a wig cap, pop the wig on your head and go. And yes, my natural hair was still growing, but my nape and edges were being destroyed. So it wasn't until last year I was tired of not having a nape or edges, so I threw away all of my wigs and started wearing crochet hairstyles. And the cool thing about crochet hairstyles is that your hair is completely braided underneath, as you can see. So all I would do is oil my scalp a few times throughout the week with my fenugreek hair oil, link in bio, and I would keep the braids in for at least 6 weeks. That's key, leaving your hair alone to grow. And now look at my nape. I have a nape, y'all. Now my edges are still in recovery. She needs a little bit more time to heal, and that's all right, but I'm so proud of my nape. And all I did was kept my hair in cornrow braids, oil my scalp, and left my hair alone for weeks and sometimes months at a time. Now let me say this, I don't think the wigs itself tore up my edges, but it was the tension from the wig caps and wig bands over time that thinned out my nape and completely broke off my edges. But what y'all think? So I'm giving wigs a long break. But another reason why I stopped wearing wigs is because wigs aren't wigging how they used to. The quality of hair on these wigs now do not compare to the quality of hair on wigs in like 2012 through 2016. You know, back when Thomas Adriana was doing the wig and bundle reviews, y'all remember Thomas Adriana? Yes, love her. I remember I had this wig that I wore for 2 years.
Wow.
That's how good the quality was back in the day. It was like an Indian curly flip over wig. And ooh, that wig was cute. And the only reason why I didn't keep it longer is because my cousin begged for it, so I gave it to her. But I'm saying the quality of hair on these wigs barely lasts 6 months. I mean, to me. What y'all think?
I get just do a quick research on how some of these human hair wigs are made. I'm just saying, sketchy. This is why I don't wear wigs anymore. Well, that's a bit dramatic. It's not like you will never see a wig on my head ever again, but the number one reason why you would hardly see me in wigs anymore is because I get chronic headaches. Braids and other hairstyles like that are just much more gentle on my head. Also, the amount of bulletproof protection you have to do before you go to sleep with a wig on is just ridiculous. Just for the hairstyle to last maybe a week tops. And that brings me to my next point. It's just not a realistic, long-lasting hairstyle. For someone that does a 9 to 5, I need to look good every single day. I just can't guarantee that this will last me like up to a week, and then after that, what do I do with my hair? Wigs look so good on camera, but in day-to-day life, that lace is just too clockable. And then obviously another thing is the cost. Not only the cost of buying a wig, but even the cost of getting it installed. And obviously this only goes for those of us that aren't hair people. You're dropping about like $150 Canadian to get your hair installed. Then you're dealing with Toronto hairstylists who have the worst attitudes. It costs money and it adds up. And considering the fact that the hair will only last a week tops, it's just not a smart investment to me. Now let's pivot to the more political and societal implications of Black women and their wigs. I can only talk about my experience with wigs and how that influenced how I saw myself. I had a period of time where I was getting a lot of wig collaborations, especially on YouTube, so I was getting my hair done all the time. The first time I did braids, after that like little period where I was doing wigs a lot of times, I was like, who is this person and why is her forehead humongous? And I don't even have like a huge forehead, so the fact that I was looking at it like, whoa, like I just felt like somewhat insecure. And that was the oddest thing ever, because I've always been doing braids my whole life, never had a problem with it, never thought that I wasn't cute in it until I took that break, was doing wigs for so long, and then I came back to it and I was like, why do I look like that? And I absolutely hated that feeling, because a wig is not my default. If anything, these Black girl hairstyles, protective hairstyles, this is my default. My natural hair is my default, and I must be okay with that. I must be okay with how I look and how I feel in those hairstyles, because that is who I am to my core. It was so real for me, like especially like having my natural hair out. When I first started doing that confidently, comfortably, that was like a big step for me, because for me it was like, having your natural hair out, it's childish, like you look like a kid, you know, you don't look mature, you don't look like all those, you know, like it girls, high maintenance, luxury living girls. But that's absolutely not true. That's absolutely not true. You can look and feel confident and mature and all these things with your natural hair, because what does that imply? If that's not true, then what does that imply? I literally feel like I look my best when I have my natural hair out. I appreciate the type of people that I'm approached by and the type of people that speak to me when I have my natural hair out. And then we can also talk about how damaging wigs and frontals can be on your natural hair, like your edges and stuff like that.
I really want to get on here and cry, but I'm not going to. Like, y'all, look at all of this glue caked up in my hair. Y'all see this right here? Lost edges. I will literally insert pictures for y'all to see. Like, I pulled out a chunk of glue and hair. Like, why is there glue in my hair after I pulled the cap off of my head? Wigs, they just don't be worth it to me. Like, this is my first time getting a wig installed on my head in 3 years. How am I gonna get this glue out without pulling my hair out, y'all? Let me finish taking this down.
Ooh, and just do a quick research on how some of these human hair wigs are made. I'm just saying, sketchy. Ooh, then I think my biggest pet peeve is wigs get hair everywhere. No matter how many times you sweep the floor, vacuum,
there will still be hair somewhere. Sometimes in your butt crack, there's hair. Like, are you joking? The burns. I hate a hot comb with my life. I hate hot combs. The amount of times I've burnt myself and the amount of times I know you've burnt yourself. Like, we all burn ourselves from that thing and we act like it's okay. We act like it's normal and it's absolutely not. And obviously, the more often I wear wigs, the more likely it is for me to burn myself. I'd rather just avoid the problem as a whole. So those are all the reasons why I personally just am not in my wig era right now.
My colleague said I have a big forehead when I stopped wearing wigs. This is because I used to push my wig forward, so I wasn't really showing my actual forehead when I was wearing wigs.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god, what is that?
After like 6 months, they came to me and they were like, actually, you actually don't have a big forehead. It's just because we were so used to your wig being so forward that we actually thought it was your forehead. It was just a delusion. Like, they said my forehead isn't that big, but I know I have a big forehead. I'm East African, but that's besides the point. And I feel like a lot of girls think they have a big forehead, but you really don't. It's just because you're so used to pushing your wig so forward that you wear it all the time that you think your hairline actually starts there, but it starts here, which isn't bad. This is your sign to push your wigs back, because I know some of you have your wigs way too forward. And the reason why I decided to stop wearing wigs, because I've been wearing wigs for like 5 years now, and I just feel like I just didn't like the look on me. I hate the feeling of having a wig on my forehead, on my head. For some reason, I just had like an epiphany one day. I woke up and I was like, yeah, this is not for me. Plus, I just like to get ready and go. Like, I don't want to be dealing with lace. As lots of people want to say it's not high maintenance, it's really, really high maintenance. It really is. What about heat damage, breakage? I take care of my leave out. I do treatments on my leave out every time I wash it, so I actually know what works on my hair. Maybe like last year, I cut my hair into like a bob because I wanted to start growing my hair out at the right length because I wanted everything to match. I kind of wanted more of a natural look anyways. I just think it suits me. Now I'm seeing it. I wrap my hair every night, so I really don't need to straighten my hair. I straighten my hair once every 2 weeks, and that's just once. One pass. Everything else, as you see, I do heatless curls or I wrap my hair when it's straight. So it's really easy. My hair is natural. I'm in a type 4. I don't know what type 4 my hair is soft. So moral of the story, push your wigs back. Peace.
That's why I'm done wearing wigs, because I feel like bitches never had hair. They don't care about the foundation. They just want to put the wig on, get your money and go. Like, they might try to care about the style, but I don't like stylists who don't care about your real hair. And it's usually those who don't care about their own real hair. They hair's damaged, edges been gone all their life, so they don't want nobody else to have no edges.
It's safe to say that the girlies have woken up. I feel like we're all in the same page, that the girlies are all in the same page. We are all realizing that the wigs needs to be put down. We need a break from the wigdom. The wigs are not doing us any good. The wigs are, our money. Yeah. And I'm glad, because I actually thought it was just like me that realized this. Literally, last time I had a wig on, it was in June. Yeah. That was the last time. And I said, I'm gonna go back. Not this year anyway, so yeah, the rest of the year I'm literally gonna be doing like my braids, my natural hair, and so on and so forth. Like right now, I'm literally gonna go to church with my little whoop, and I'm not embarrassed because it's my natural hair, and I just start embracing my natural hair. I can't come here and show the world that I just look good. I look good with everything, especially my natural hair. So yeah, like the wig them, me I put down.
God told me to start wearing wigs. But before you scroll, hear me out real quick. Every time I go on a spiritual journey, or I feel like I need to fast, or I feel like I need to read the Bible more, or I feel like I need to be more into me, like in every aspect, I always hear this tiny little inkling like, put the wigs away. Like, I always hear it. And then on top of that, it be the nails too. Like, something be telling me, go full-blown natural. Like, you'll focus more. And what's crazy is, it be absolutely the truth. Like, I be wanting to work out, can't work out because I got the wigs on. I sweat them out real bad. Like, and I thought I was tripping until I went on YouTube, and I was like, I was on YouTube just looking for music. And my YouTube, I'm a firm believer in like God will put things in your face and send you messages through people. And I was was on YouTube, and it was a whole bunch of videos about the same thing I'm talking about. Like, God told him to stop wearing wigs, be your natural self, whatever. Like, it be a sign from God to stop doing certain things. Me being my natural self, like, it makes me more self-aware of my natural beauty. This him saying to get off TikTok.
It's a brand new day. Hey. Wake up every morning and say it's a brand new day. Hey. Take a good day, make it great, okay? Cause if you got some lemons, make some lemonade. Yeah, chase those clouds away. It's a brand new day. Hey. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. Okay. My whole life got them hand-me-downs, but what that meant was I had my family round. And sometimes I can't help but frown. Then I remember what I meant for. It's so simple, I just say, gotta just celebrate. It's gonna be A-okay. Life's too short to waste away. One step at a time's all it takes, okay. It's a brand new day. Hey. Wake up every morning and say it's a brand new day. Hey. Take a good day, make it great, okay? Cause if you got some lemons, make some lemonade. Yeah, chase those clouds away. It's a brand new day. Hey, it's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. I'm acting brand new. You can tell that bad news. It can go in van moves. I'ma be like I do. I'm allergic.
I am not with Metro anymore. I am with ATMT.
For a long time, I had been wearing just only wigs and weaves, and I got used to having long hair. Not long ago, I decided to start practicing how to love myself. And I noticed that I've always had low self-esteem and didn't see much value within myself. So a couple of years ago, I decided to start working on myself because I knew that it was a hindrance to me, and that whenever God would speak to me about doing a particular thing, I would always talk myself out of it because I didn't have any self-confidence. So I decided to start working just on myself. While I was doing that, it came to me that if you really want to learn how to accept yourself and find value within yourself and start loving yourself, you are going to have to accept who you are, even your hair. When that thought came to me, I pushed it to the side because I didn't think it was really important. But one thing I found out, if it's the Holy Spirit speaking to you, it's going to come to you again. And it did. So I would say maybe like the third time that thought came to me, I paid attention and I was like, okay, you need to do something about that. You need to stop wearing the wigs and start wearing your hair. So to make a long story short, my hair started thinning in the middle of my head. It was because I am an anemic. So I knew that I needed to do something that's going to help my hair grow. So my oldest daughter, Naisha, she convinced me to trying sister locks. And I was skeptical about it because one of the main things is I'm so used to wearing long hair. She did tell me, well, Mom, if you get sister locks, you can still wear your wigs because all you have to do is just braid your hair down. So I was like, okay. So once she put the sister locks in my hair, of course, I braided my hair down and I put back on the wigs. Maybe like a couple months after I had gotten my locks, I decided that I was going to make myself just wear them. Once I started wearing my natural hair, it took me a long time to get used to how the way they look on me. And I was determined that I was going to do it anyway because I knew that I just needed to. And you guys, once I started wearing my natural hair, it freed me from the insecurity of the way that I look. And I learned to accept myself inside and out. The purpose of me creating this video is if you have any type of insecurity, low self-esteem, I want to encourage you to accept yourself. Accept who God has made you to be. And don't be afraid to be yourself. I'm not gonna lie. I know that long hair looks better. The same way that when we wear makeup, we look better. But as a woman, I don't think it's good to get addicted to that kind of stuff. And sometimes you need to just be your natural self. And remember that your beauty will shine when you learn to be your natural self. Until next time, bye.